All right, y'all, so I'm going to be sanding all these acrylics, but I just thought I would show how I do them with my new sander because I've been asked about that. So I figured I'd try to do a quick little video. I may have to turn the sound off on this video once I start sanding, or I'll, edit to where I turn it down. But anyhow, so this is the one I have. It was just one I got from Amazon, and I'm using the triangular pads, but it did come with also like a large rectangular base with pads as well. But I've just been using this one, and I'm using the 60 grit. And this one comes with speeds, and it goes all the way up to 6. However, I've been comfortable with having it at 3, so I do it at 3. This is where you turn it off and on, which I do need to plug it in first, so give me a minute for that. Okay, so now it's plugged in and there it is on. It does have a dust collector. It can get kind of heavy, so sometimes I'll hold it like this, or I'll switch my hand right here, or I'll, of course, switch hands. But it does still get sandy around, but I notice it's not near as bad, and quite a bit of dust will collect in here, which I already emptied it from the last time. But what I have found works best for me is to prop this bottom part on the top of my leg while I just let it, kind of hang like that. And I'll hold an acrylic, and I'll, just hold it in my hand, and I'll kind of move my hand up and down there different ways while this is on and vibrating. It doesn't, do anything to my hands itself. There's only been a couple of times where I kind of will accidentally pinch my pinky from when I'm holding it. And I don't know if I can show you, when I'm rubbing up and down, my pinky sometimes gets in the way and I just accidentally, pinch it a little bit. But other than that, I've not irritated my hands or anything like that. But this is what I do. So I will demonstrate now on probably a couple, so it will get loud, but I'll either have to mute this part or, like I said, turn down the volume. And sometimes they slip out of my hand, when I'm first starting off with doing them, until I kind of get my groove or whatever. But so you can see it's already got a good scuff, but I make sure I get all the shiny or glossiness off of it. So sometimes I'll hold it this way, or I'll hold it like this and just kind of work my way around the edge of the padding itself. So yeah, so let me continue on. And so as you can see, it's got pretty much, I think, all the glossiness off. I think I might need to do this little part one more time. And that's it. So I'll continue on with a little bit more, and then I'll stop the video. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to continue on. I will say your hand will feel kind of funny, like, like from the vibrating on this. So definitely you may want to be like switching up. Another thing I will say is it is kind of easier if you have this angled down more, like pressing against your hand versus kind of being more upright so that the acrylic doesn't shoot off like you saw it do earlier. And of course, wear a mask. All right, y'all, thanks for watching.